You're just in time, because TV's most unbelievable hour begins right now. And speaking of unbelievable, here's Kelly Packard.
Thanks, Dean. I'm here in Riverside, California with Corey Nastasio, the world-famous freestyle BMX bike rider. And in just moments, he is going to attempt an unbelievable double backflip, a move so dangerous, the last time he tried it, it nearly cost him his life. Check this footage out. Corey's jump starts out okay, but his landing sends him head first into the ground. Unconscious, Corey suffers a serious concussion as well as a sprained neck and a dislocated shoulder. Unbelievably, Corey is only a few minutes away from tempting fate again with the very same jump. Hey, Corey. Most people would not try this twice. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna try to find a good spot and try to nail it and get out of the way.
All right, so you think you're gonna get this today?
Yeah.
All right, well, while you make your final preparations, we will have his death-defying run in just minutes.
Tonight on Ripley's, he handles the pool cue like a pro, sinking trick shots like child's play, because he is a child, just 7 years old. Only Ripley's is there as this pint-sized pool shark attempts an impossible shot. This man hates going to the dentist. Instead, he does all his own dental work in his garage with industrial power tools. Thousands flock from miles around to greet this miracle child, believing he's a god. Why? Because he was born with a 6-inch tail. Plus, the amazing cat tearing it up on 2 legs in tonight's Unbelievable Animals. Why this man felt compelled to put a plate through his lip. And how 2 artists are throwing a few curves into the world of ice sculpting. Only on Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Welcome to the Ripley's Warehouse, where you will always find an unbelievable story, just like this. He's mastered the art of the trick shot, the Evel Knievel jump, 5 rails and into the cup, the deadly ricochet combo, followed by a kiss off the 8. And while this pool shark's one of the best, he's not exactly what you think, because believe it or not, he's only 7 years old.
Now, what do you think about that?
Pretty good, Landon.
It's a game. I'm good at lots of them, but I'm the best at pool.
He's Landon Shuffett, a first grader from Greensburg, Kentucky. And this pool-playing prodigy started when he was still in diapers.
I set up a shot for Landon to shoot, and he just shot the ball into the pocket. I realized that there was something extraordinary about his ability.
Seeing Landon's obvious interest, his father, Stan, began teaching his toddler the basics. Eventually, he even entered Landon in tournaments against grown-up pool players.
Well, I just played a game with a 7-year-old and I've just lost.
And besides his habit of regularly sinking adult competitors, Landon is best known for his grab bag of impressive trick shots.
Nice. Like it.
Starting out, he warms up with the machine gun. Without missing a beat, Landon moves on to the lazy man's rack. Then it's the clothes hanger. This one's called the stack of 2 railroad shot. And Landon came up with it all on his own.
I want to know all the trick shots.
But this pint-sized prince of the pool table's most impressive trick shot is the one he can always bank on. Landon will attempt to hit this dime with the cue ball and then land the coin inside a shot glass. But to do it, he must hit the ball with perfect accuracy and just the right amount of force. Landon is ready. He carefully aims and fires the cue ball. Hitting the rail, he sends the dime airborne, and unbelievably, it actually lands in the glass. It's all in a day's work for this little trick shot kid.
I wouldn't say I'm real good, but I'm pretty good.
Only 7 years old, this pool-playing whiz just keeps getting better and better, always moving toward his goal of one day turning pro.
I'm going to be playing until I die.
Believe it. If you've ever been on Melrose Avenue in Hollywood, you know that it takes more than a mohawk haircut or a pierced nipple to turn people's heads. Well, old Baba not only gets double takes, he can stop traffic with his unique look.
When this man hits the streets, people can't help but stare. Because though he was born and bred in Los Angeles, California, he's so intrigued by different cultures, he's painfully transformed his own physical appearance. Believe it or not, even modifying his mouth with a tribal lip plate.
I'm the only one who was born in America or of American ancestry that has a lip disc.
Growing up in Southern California, Dr. Oldoenyo Laitolila Baba was first introduced to Eastern religion and Eastern culture at the age of 14. This interest soon turned into a way of life, and Dr. Baba began a one-of-a-kind metamorphosis, transforming himself into a living, flesh-and-blood tribute to the different cultures that have inspired him. Unbelievably, over the course of 20 years, Dr. Baba has gone from looking like this to looking like this.
Most of the transitions I've gone through are specific, but in the way that they've become a blend in my persona and in what I carry, then it would be multicultural.
He now wears facial tattoos from the Maori tribes in New Zealand, a septum nose piercing like the Highlanders of New Guinea, ear piercings from the Maasai of Africa, neck rings like the Padang of Thailand, and a lip plate like that of the Kayapo in Brazil.
My lip disc now is about a 3 1/4 inch. It will be eventually going to about a 5-inch diameter.
Dr. Baba always does his own piercings and even makes all the plates himself. And today, for the first time on television, he will remove his lip plate.
And this is done by simply just pulling the lip forward like this and tilting one end and lifting it out.
Revealing his lower lip after 10 years of stretching. Dr. Baba then carefully lubricates his lip and the disc, then places it back in so the stretching can continue until he reaches his goal of 5 inches.
And that's it.
Today, Dr. Baba still lives in Los Angeles and travels around the country giving lectures on cultural anthropology at colleges and universities. And no matter where he is, Dr. Baba is always sure to get a reaction.
His piercings are the farthest, man.
It looks like an ashtray. Well, you know, it's been compared to many things.
Dr. Baba plans to continue his personal transformation, and in the end, he hopes his unique look will help his fellow Americans appreciate all of the world's cultures.
I choose to live in America based upon my understanding of America. If it can change in consciousness, the whole planet will change.
There's apparently no turning back for Mr. Baba. We showed this story to a plastic surgeon, and he said that it's irreversible.
Do you fear going to the dentist? Handyman Bernard Kaczynski was so scared, he glued homemade teeth into his mouth. See what his dentist does when Ripley's takes him for a checkup. Plus, the courageous cat conquering life with only 2 legs in tonight's Unbelievable Animals. Also, a human baby born with a tail. Find out why millions are flocking to worship him. And is this extreme cyclist about to make history? Ripley's own Kelly Packard is standing by to bring you all the action. Next. Ripley's World of Unbelievable Animals.
Miss Kitty is a one-of-a-kind blue Himalayan because while this pampered feline does all the things regular cats do, plays, eats, and hangs out, believe it or not, Miss Kitty does it on only 2 legs. Found abandoned when she was only 5 months old, both of Miss Kitty's paws on her right side were badly damaged. She was brought to this Colorado Springs animal clinic to be put down. Although badly hurt, Miss Kitty's luck was about to change. The veterinarian on staff, Dr. Susan Whitmore, was so touched by the injured animal's plight, she decided to help.
She was actually the smallest animal I'd ever done an amputation on.
Dr. Whitmore realized the 2 right legs were completely dead and had no choice but to entirely remove them. After the limbs came off without a hitch, Dr. Whitmore knew infection would be Miss Kitty's biggest enemy.
Just feeling for lumps and bumps.
She personally monitored her tiny patient's progress. And slowly, the now 2-legged cat recovered. But having saved Miss Kitty's life, the doctor faced the dilemma of what to do with her. Would Miss Kitty ever be able to walk again? One solution would be to fit her with an expensive customized wheelchair. But Miss Kitty had other plans.
The door was popped open a little bit, and she hopped around the corner, and I was just flabbergasted.
Now, Miss Kitty is the office's resident feline and unofficial greeter. Because of a cat's innate sense of balance, Miss Kitty is able to run and jump, maneuvering easily through an office filled with dogs. And this 2-legged wonder with 9 lives leads a healthy and very active life.
She doesn't care if she doesn't have 2 limbs. She's as happy as any other kitty. She's an amazing kitty. Oh, my sweet kitty. Oh.
I don't know anyone who looks forward to going to the dentist. In fact, Bernhard Kaczynski dreaded the prospect so much that when he needed to have a tooth replaced, he grabbed a bag of concrete and some glue, and he headed into his garage. Take a look.
Handyman Bernhard Kaczynski really has something to smile about. That's because his new dentures are a perfect fit. And believe it or not, he made them himself with power tools in his garage. For over 20 years, this 73-year-old do-it-yourself dentist from Berlin, Germany, has done all of his own dental work. It started after Bernhard, who had no prior dental experience, was unhappy with the work done by a local dentist.
Es ist immer günstiger, wenn man das selber macht, weil man dann merkt, wenn man in der Nähe des Nervs kommt, und dann kann man rechtzeitig aufhören.
With only 3 of his real teeth left, Bernhard molds his fake teeth out of a mixture of glue and cement. But what is even more remarkable is how he gets them to stay put. As these x-rays show, Bernhard's mouth is literally filled with metal pins holding his teeth together. Unbelievably, without anesthesia, he drills holes directly into his jawbone, allowing him to anchor the false teeth in place. In over 20 years of treatment, Bernhard has never once injured himself. Today, Bernhard's making a rare visit to a real dentist, but only to show off.
Ich habe bei meinen Arbeiten an den Zähnen so viel Erfahrung schon gesammelt, dass ich eventuell den Zahnärzten dort noch Tipps geben kann.
And while these doctors warn against anyone trying this kind of thing at home, they were nonetheless amazed by what Bernhard has accomplished all on his own.
Es ist schon erstaunlich, dass der Kaczynski sich diesen Zahnersatz alles selber gemacht hat, im Oberkiefer und auch im Unterkiefer.
And since he makes minor adjustments to his homemade teeth on a regular basis, Bernhard plans to keep on drilling and to keep on smiling.
Kind of tough to floss those suckers, I bet.
Shocking stories you have to see to believe, only on Ripley's.
Located outside of Prague, the European city of Kunta Hora is well known for its classic medieval architecture. But one building here is more famous for what's inside. Believe it or not, decorating the walls of this macabre church are the earthly remains of more than 40,000 people. During the Middle Ages, war and the infamous Black Plague took the lives of countless victims. Their remains were hastily buried in the town's only cemetery. Centuries later, the burial ground was so overcrowded, a woodcarver named František Rint was hired to dig up and dispose of the old bones. But instead of throwing them away, František had an idea that shocked everybody. He decided he would use them to decorate the chapel. After bleaching and sorting the bones, František used them to create otherworldly works of art, like this 30-foot coat of arms, chalices, even a pair of bell-shaped pyramids weighing 8,000 pounds each, the weight of 4 average cars. But by far, the main and most intriguing attraction is this huge chandelier. That's because this creation contains every bone found in the human body. To this day, the bizarre bone church of Kuntahora still attracts the curious as the world's most shocking tribute to death. Believe it.
When Joe Spring vanished into thin air, nobody imagined he was pinned inside his crushed car, stranded at the bottom of a canyon for over a week. Left for dead, you won't believe how Joe Spring survived. Plus, the man dislocating his jaw to try and cram down 18 hot dogs at once. Also, meet the farmer grabbing honey right out of the hive with his bare hands. And the stage is set. Kelly Packard is just moments away from bringing you the most dangerous jump in BMX history.
This is just part of the protective gear worn by most beekeepers. You're about to witness a group of honey harvesters, however, who don't wear this, and they don't wear these. They simply walk up to the hive and stick their bare hands inside. Take a look at what happens next.
Sripad Hedgie is a hard-working man. He grows food and gathers honey to support his family. But Sripad comes from a clan who uses a unique technique to extract honeycombs from swarming bee-infested hives. Believe it or not, Sripad does it with just his bare hands. Highly prized in India, honey is used in holy ceremonies and is believed to have healing properties. Though he's been stung hundreds of times, every single day, Sripad ventures into the forest near his home, using the smell of the sweet stuff to locate hives hundreds of feet away. Using an axe, the brave farmer starts chopping away. Instantly, hundreds of angry swarming bees are seen and heard. Then, in a demonstration of skill that should never be attempted by viewers, Sripad plunges his naked hand into the tree, his skin immediately covered with bees. He must move slowly to avoid being stung, but Sripad misses the honeycomb and comes out instead with only a handful of insects. He is forced to try again. This time, Sripad successfully removes the honeycomb, and with hundreds of bees crawling over his skin, he doesn't even flinch. Taking his newly collected stash home, Sripad extracts the honey in a special press, then bottles it. Sripad's wife admits she worries about her husband's dangerous job. Despite the risks involved, Sripad will continue practicing the dangerous art of bee grabbing, a tradition he plans to pass on for generations. Believe it.
Joe Spring disappeared, he became a statistic, one of 800,000 missing persons cases that are reported each year. After a week with no leads, hope began to dwindle. When police finally found his car at the bottom of a ravine, it looked like a crushed soda can from which no human could possibly survive. But what rescuers found inside the auto is what makes this story so unbelievable. The story contains some graphic images.
The mystery began when 19-year-old Joe Spring left for a short trip to see some friends, then simply vanished. The night of his disappearance, the Canadian teen, who was a promising painter with a passion for martial arts, left his job at the local supermarket. Excited about spending the next few days with his friends, Joe opted to make the 6-hour drive that night. But he never showed up.
When Joe didn't call us that he'd arrived, we called the people who were expecting him, and no, they hadn't heard from him either. They were starting to get a little worried.
After 2 days and still no Joe, his parents were overcome with worry.
We checked with some of the local police to see if there'd been any, reports of any accidents.
By the third day, the Spring family knew that something was wrong. Joe always called. They filed a missing persons report, but with no leads, there was little that the police could do.
No accident reports, no bank card activity. They checked the borders, no nothing.
4, then 5 days passed. The situation went from bad to worse.
We got on to like the 6th and 7th day, you start realizing that, hey, if he's in an accident, if he's stuck somewhere, people don't last that long.
With time running out, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police were determined to help. Jodine Cassidy and Corporal Al Ramey widened their search to an area over 600 miles away from the Springs home. After hours of searching, they spotted something red down in the heavy brush. Instantly, the two knew that they had found the missing car. But to their horror, the Mounties saw 2 bears circling the vehicle. Fortunately, the sound of the helicopter approaching scared off the bears, allowing Corporal Ramey to descend down the ravine and cautiously approach the wreck. What he found shocked this veteran police officer. Joe's body was slumped over the steering wheel, but amazingly, after a 75-foot fall and 8 days without food or water, Joe was still breathing. Finally freed from the wreck, Joe was immediately airlifted to the hospital. His injuries were extensive: a broken jaw, cheek fractures, 10 broken ribs, a severely fractured ankle, extreme dehydration, bruising to the brain, and near-fatal kidney failure. But amazingly, after being trapped in his car for 8 days and almost being eaten by bears, this is Joe now.
I remember waking up and people explaining what happened. They said I drove off the road and stuff, and I said they were lying to me. And then they showed me pictures of the car, and it also just hit me like totally hard.
When we first saw him, his eyes were swollen shut. He couldn't talk, he couldn't do too much, but he looked great to us.
After 5 weeks in the hospital and 4 weeks in rehab, Joe was finally sent home. Joe still can't remember his 8-day ordeal. Even returning to the crash site doesn't bring back the memories. He doesn't recall swerving, as tire tracks indicate, nor does he remember hitting the tree that sent him plunging 75 feet. Now, 7 months after his miraculous survival, Joe is actually painting and working out again. And through it all, he says he's learned one valuable lesson.
You don't know how much people care about you till you're gone, though.
Next, Jim Purall will stuff just about anything into his mouth for a gag. But now, this big mouth could literally gag when he attempts to cram 18 hot dogs down at once. Plus, 2 sculptors take up chainsaws to take a whack at tonight's Ripley's Challenge. Can they turn a boring block of ice into art by creating a perfect replica of the female form? And
BMX freestyle rider Corey Nastasio is warming up to try a jump so scary that the last time he tried it, it nearly cost him his life.
Come on, boy. That's dog. Come on, baby.
We are just moments away from witnessing his attempt to conquer a double backflip. Stay tuned.
in just a moment, this man will attempt to open his mouth wider than any human has ever tried before. Because, believe it or not, for this unbelievable act, he'll go for a new Ripley's world record by trying to fit his big mouth around 18 hot dogs all at once. Jim Purall was still a kid when he discovered he had the unique ability to dislocate the bones and muscles of his jaw. Inspired by Ripley record holders like 3-Ball Charlie, famous for inserting a pool, golf, and tennis ball, Jim began to stuff his mouth with just about everything, from 100 straws to an entire pizza.
I used to put a lot of things in my mouth, my feet, my hands, my fingers. Then I realized that I could dislocate my jaw by putting a lot of pressure on it, and I'm doing world records with my mouth.
Jim first started with 11 hot dogs. That was tough. But now he's attempting 18. The risk of choking to death is very real. Never try this at home.
When I open my jaw, this snaps out and then it actually drops down. So it's actually pivoting on the left side, but the right side is actually one that pops out. I just happen to have a trick jaw, and that's my ace in the hole.
Today, we're at the famous Tale of the Pup in Los Angeles, California, to witness Jim's attack on a new Big Mouth world record.
This is the world record right now, 17 hot dogs. Let's do 18 American hot dogs in my mouth.
But reaching the world record will mean cramming the equivalent of a full-grown chicken or a 1-pound can of coffee into his mouth.
Here we go.
Giving the signal, Jim's ready to go. He gathers up his dogs, an unbelievable 18, and here he goes. Jim positions the meat, but there's one problem. One's out of place, causing Jim to gag. He'll have to regain his composure and start again.
My jaw dislocates, incredible pain, and now I'm just kind of, it's back in place, but it just hurts, hurts, hurts.
Determined, he gets into place. Jim removes his hands, and this time, he's done it. And while Jim cramming 18 hot dogs into his mouth may not demonstrate the best table manners, it certainly is one very tasty, unbelievable act.
Packard is standing by, and it looks like they're ready to go.
I'm here with Corey Nastasio, one of the top BMX bike riders. Now, we are in his backyard, and this, I've got to say, is like a kid's dream. Tell me a little bit about what we're seeing here.
My mom's friend Mike helped me build the backyard with the front end loader. Pretty much living my dream out here in Southern California.
All right, well, let's take a look at actually what it takes to be a world-class bike rider.
It's my dog.
As a kid growing up in West Palm Beach, Florida, Corey's first love was horseback riding. But when his mom bought him a BMX bike at the age of 12, he found his life's passion. And now, as a crowd favorite on the extreme sports circuit, Corey's made a career of always pushing it further than the competition. As a seasoned professional, Corey has won nearly every major series, amazing crowds with his trademark killer backflips, but his body has paid the price for years of hard riding.
I broke both my collarbones, sprained my wrist, my ankles were continuously sprained, broke my leg, my thumb, and I can't even count the concussions. My body's tweaked, like I got scars and just my elbows look all dysfunctional and stuff like that. So it's getting kind of gross. I'm trying to kind of, you know, I'm gonna be 30 years old and I'm gonna look like I stepped on cocaine.
I understand that you have tried this double backflip before, and it nearly cost you your life. Is that right?
Yeah, a couple years ago I landed on my head and blacked out, and I was a mess, and I think my heart stopped for a little while and woke up in the hospital.
It was July 16th, 1999, when Corey barely escaped severe spinal injury during his first attempt to break the world record.
Landed, came down, hit my head. I had a helmet on, no other pads, like an idiot.
You're all right, you're strong.
I had like 900 people around me, and I don't remember anything. I just remember looking, like my eyes were looking at you, but I wasn't seeing anything. Like my brain was spinning, and I couldn't figure it out. Paramedics, I mean, everybody rolled in. The whole crowd went from screaming to just quiet. My mom was crying, my girl was crying. I had the whole crowd crying because it was such an exciting day, and it just ended terrible.
Come on, Corey. Come on, Corey. That's dog. Come on, baby. Come on.
Now, less than 2 years after recovering from a severe concussion, Corey says he's ready to try it again.
Can you explain the stunt for us as best as you can before you actually do it?
2 rotations and a backflip, spot your landing, and hopefully stick it. Usually I stick it with my head, but today we're going to try to ride away on my 20-inch wheels here.
Whoa, that's pretty cool. Well, you go ahead and prepare, and we'll be ready to watch you. As Corey warms up, we here at Ripley's are preparing to capture this unbelievable act with the new Ripley's Kawazinga camera. And with us is Skip. Come on in, Skip. Now, tell me, explain a little bit about this awesome camera work up here. There's a lot of them.
There are. What you've got behind us are 36 video cameras, and what we have is a computer algorithm, mathematics, that basically creates virtual camera positions in between every 2 cameras. So this rig behind us actually represents 736 separate camera viewpoints.
I'm excited. Are you ready to capture it?
We are. We're ready.
All right, let's do it. I think Corey's ready, so you go get ready, and we'll do this. Okay, Corey, let's do this. Sit. He's in the air right now. Deserves a closer look. Watch as this gravity-defying feat is dissected using the technology of the Kawazinga camera. In his zone, Corey needs to hit the ramp at just the right speed, or his momentum won't get him through both flips. Too much or not enough, and this landing could be disastrous. Like a fighter pilot going into his first roll, Corey instinctively tucks his body, making sure to avoid dangerous sideways drift. He begins shifting his weight. Coming around, he's already preparing for the next flip. Looking for blue sky a second time, Corey fights gravity's pull and keeps both feet on the pedals. Pulling back again, he goes into his second record-breaking roll. Like these guys say, it's the landing that's hard, and Corey easily handles the most perilous part of the jump like a pro. Corey, that was awesome! You did it! How do you feel?
Thank you, I feel stoked.
Oh, I bet.
Nice and clean, didn't get hurt. Pretty stoked on that.
Yeah, you didn't get hurt. That's the key.
A little out of breath.
A little out of breath, yeah.
It's all great, mashed potatoes.
I like that. You nailed it. You nailed the double backflip, and you saw it only on Ripley's. 3-5.
Next, he was born with all the markings of a Hindu god, including a 6-inch tail. Meet the baby who's being hailed a miracle child. And she has the perfect female form. Now, 2 ambitious artists will try to turn her figure into a fountain that serves beverages from the belly button. Their adventurous attempt at this frozen feat, next. Enter Robert Ripley's archives.
Ripley, leave it or not. Leave it or not.
The year is 1958, and automobile engineers are busy dreaming up the cars of the future. One design, known as the Super Station Wagon, is made for the atomic age family that likes roughing it in the great outdoors. It features a working stove, capable of cooking up everything from the day's catch to a little cheese fondue. And there's more. The Super Wagon also comes equipped with a boat and the amazing ability to transform into a tent house. Kitchen sink included, of course. Unfortunately, with all its extras, the cost of the Super Wagon proves too expensive for most consumers, and it never goes into production.
Leave it or not.
Ripley's has built a reputation on finding the most unbelievable people from around the world. And this next story will not disappoint you. At times, he's like any other kid. But one-year-old little Babaji Qureshi is truly a boy like no other. In his country, he's worshipped, a living God, because believe it or not, Babaji was born with a tail.
40 साल हो गए हम इसी काम को करते थे मतलब हमने तृष्णा देखा है.
When he was born in this small village in India, people took one look at the tail-like growth at the base of Babaji's spine and proclaimed him the living reincarnation of Lord Hanuman, a powerful Hindu monkey god. In addition to Lord Hanuman's tail, Babaji also shares 9 spots on his body, an indented arm, and the god's inverted foot, all indications of divine rebirth.
मतलब सारे वेद शास्त्र बताते हैं हनुमान का इसको बताते हैं सारी हनुमान की निशानी है.
In a culture that believes gods can take human form, Babaji is seen as special. The announcement of his birth caused an immediate sensation. Soon, almost daily, thousands were making the long journey, often waiting hours just for a chance to see the boy god and receive his blessings. But doctors who have examined Babaji believe that there's a less cosmic and more cosmetic explanation for the tail. It's all a big fuss over a little extra skin.
It is not actually the tail which can be compared to those of animals because there is no bony component in it. It should not harm the child.
While Babaji's unique growth has gone from 2.5 to nearly 6 inches, doctors aren't worried. He's in excellent health, and the boy's tail could easily be removed one day. But since Babaji and his tail are so revered, no surgeries are planned for any time soon. Believe it.
Why is this young woman wearing a bikini in the snow? So she can have her body immortalized in ice.
It's a challenge because she's beautiful and we gotta somehow capture it.
Watch as these innovative artists race the clock to create the ultimate frozen illusion when television's most unbelievable hour continues. You're watching Ripley's Believe It or Not.
In this Colorado ski town, 2 artists are carving their place in the sculpting world. Because believe it or not, Scott Rella and Peter Slavin are about to turn this block of ice into a perfect replica of this model.
Yeah, it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it.
Scott and Peter began creating their amazing works of art 20 years ago.
I'd like to see the piece, going from the big block to a finished product.
And while their intricate creations are a huge success at banquets, meetings, and ice sculpting competitions, there is one downside to working with ice. It melts. Now, these guys are attempting their most difficult project to date, an exact copy of a living model. And they'll try to do it in only 20 minutes. The clock starts ticking, and they begin by taking a large single block of ice and slowly outlining the model's form. She must be able to hold her back arched in this classic pose the entire time, despite the fact that she is wearing a bikini in near freezing weather. Then, armed with chainsaws, the sculptors hack off large chunks of thick ice. And eventually, the figure takes shape.
It's becoming a woman. It's very harmonious, and it's very peaceful.
Almost 7 minutes in, the two trade in their chainsaws for chisels and begin chipping away at the delicate outline. Removing more and more ice, Scott and Peter must be extremely careful not to crack the sculpture. 10 minutes, 30 seconds. The sculptors move to the most painstaking part of the process, filing and smoothing away rough edges, copying every last detail of the model's body.
We're going to try to create some warmth out of it and really create a beautiful woman out of it.
As the crowd watches, Scott and Peter use blowtorches to polish the surface. Their work of art is almost finished, and the crowd can't believe it.
It's gorgeous. It's nice. Very nice.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely voluptuous.
And in just under 20 minutes, they've done it.
It's very beautiful. I can't believe that something out of a block of ice would be that beautiful.
But that's not all. As night falls, Scott and Peter's icy creation takes on a life of its own as a one-of-a-kind, fully functioning fountain, allowing partygoers to enjoy a once-in-a-lifetime drinking experience straight from the sculpture's belly button. And that's something to cheer about.
The natives who live in the South Pacific island of Tahiti are a very resourceful people. Take this, for example. You or I might see a porcupine fish that inflates itself to scare off predators, with spikes as a secondary defense. The locals saw a little more. In recent times, they have used the dried inflated fish as a lampshade, but in earlier times of war, they've actually used this spiny creature as a helmet. Unbelievable? Believe it.
Tomorrow.
Who wants to go down to the cellar with me?
It's a special double helping from the twisted mind of Jack Ketchum. First at 7, meet your new neighbors in Offspring.
I said what?
Then at 9, hope you're hungry for more. It's the chiller premiere of The Woman.
This is our project.
We really get to keep her.
Tomorrow, starting at 7, only on Chiller. Scary good.
Have you ever known me to let things get out of hand?